Hello again, it's Elizabeth, and I'm here in my art loft, and it's time again for another journal walkthrough. I just finished this one yesterday, and it has these lovely fringe beads on the back of it. I alternated the green and the purple beads as the primary beads on the fringe because the cover has the green and purple, red violet, I guess it is actually rather than purple cover. The cover, and this time I used Craftex as the closure and just made these simple little buckles, which I reinforced this buckle so that it would be have enough tension to keep the one thing, friction I guess it is, to keep the buckle from coming, man, I'm not talking well today, to keep the strap from coming out of it easily. It can come, I mean, it's easy to pull out, but it's not easy to just have it open by itself. Okay, with all my journals, the fringe is long enough so that you can put it up at the top so it doesn't get in the way of your journal when you're writing in it. So we'll just open this one. The front has the red violet, and it's kind of a lime green. It also has kind of a haze of blue here, and then this is a brown color. And the butterflies on the outside of this journal, because this is a butterfly journal, as you can see, are kind of in negative space. So in other words, the colors that are on the surface of the gel print make up the outlines of the butterflies. And there's one there, and there's one there, and there's one there. And when we open it up, and there's also one here peeking over here, and one down here. When we open it up, then this paper was actually taken just before the one on the outside, and it has the butterflies in the exact same placement. So if you kind of look back on the front, there's 1, 2, 3, 1, and there is actually one here, and then one beginning down here. So I actually, they're the same, from the same gel press pull. So I pulled this one first, and it came up with just the butterflies and some of the stuff I was pulling, and then I pulled this one and it came up with the rest of the stuff, and this one started with the red and green paper. So when I pulled it on that, then it came up with the rest of the stuff that was on the plate. Okay, and they're all butterfly prints. They all use the same butterfly. And as I said in my previous video, I had actually sorted my papers into 7 different papers. And one of them was having void butterflies, which meant that the butterfly is made by having stamped on the paper rather than restamping it. These were probably restamped on here. I think they were after the paper was done. They may have had a silhouette of the butterfly, but I wanted them to be more distinct, so I stamped them again on there. This one did not have any over stamping. It was done on the gel plate itself. It has some really neat patterning going on there. In the first signature, we have blue butterflies, and we have 4 sheets of the actual butterfly paper, and then we have 1 sheet of roll-off. And I have gone through and put some of them, made some of them have a belly band and some pockets. And I took the cards out the other night, and this is the card. I have stamped on each of the cards with a gold and turquoise type stamp. I mixed that on my gel plate and then print it. And this is the blue butterfly roll-off print. Now, it's not blue butterfly on both sides. Well, it is in this case. But some of them are not. On the roll-off prints that are in this book, some of them are not the same color on each side, but they are that same shape. So it does have that same butterfly on each side. That one's pretty. I like the way that the background is kind of muted, like it was you know, paint on something and it's kind of worn off, and you can see where it's worn off more in one place than another. This is the center of the first signature, and on the outside, on the top, the way I bound it is I have 2 sets of pamphlet stitch, and on the top pamphlet stitch the threads went to the outside, and that's what made up our fringe, and on the bottom one the threads went to the inside, and the person that's purchased this will be able to add something to these threads if she desires, tie them in a bow, or just cut them off. I would suggest gluing a little bit if you're going to cut them off, but I think she's going to add some stuff sticking out of the bottom of the book, and that's perfectly okay too, because they are sticking out of the bottom of the book, and they will work like that. Okay, so then we have the rest of the signature being the other side of those same prints. In each signature I have at least one pocket and one belly band. Some of them have more than just that. There are actually 13 pockets and 4 belly bands, I think. I don't know. 13 including pockets and belly bands together. So somebody has more than one. Okay, there's another belly band. And let's use this one. All of the cards have similar butterflies. This one I actually tore off the edge that would have been the extra amount that was out here, and then put that there as the belly band. Some of them are folded over to make the pockets, some of them are not. This is the green-brown signature. I didn't have enough of the green or enough of the brown, and instead of going back and stamping these green over the top of the brown, I decided to make it a green-brown signature. Here's a pocket, and we'll put... oh, this one looks good for it, because it's kind of green. It's not really green, but it looks greenish when you put it next to the greens like that. And then this gold here mimics that gold, so it really works with it, I think. This is a fold out to give you extra writing space, so that you have 2 pages, two more double-sided pages for writing space. It actually has a little tuck in here that you could put something into, but I haven't determined to do that yet. Haven't decided to do that. There's the center of this one, like that print. Making sure it's lined up so you can see it. This one I did not make into a pocket, and I didn't tear it off, so it could be done that way if someone had decided to, but I like the way it went with this side, so I left it. This one goes with the other side. To me, it goes with it because of the blue and gold here. And then it's actually kind of green around those butterflies there. The other side of the green butterfly print. Again, another flap that I did not tear off. You could always write something fun under here and either glue it down, put a little closure there. Any number of things can happen with that. The other side of the prints that we've already seen. I like that. That one's pretty. This one's also pretty. I did not cut this one off, and I did not make it into a pocket. Let's see what it looks like. And when you fold them out, sometimes they look really, really nice when you fold them out. Since they are original gel prints, and this paper is kind of thick to start with, and sometimes when I got the paint kind of thick, then it can give a little bit of cracking to the edge, the paint at the edge of the fold. You can take your glue, however, and go ahead and just glue that little painty part down, and it won't be quite as evident. Or if you decide not to do that, you could take a colored pencil and make it so that it's not as evident as well. I like gluing it down if I can. Just a little tiny bit of glue there. And we'll give it a little extra with my thumbnail. Got to be careful there though, because when the paint and paper are wet from the glue, then they can be easily just torn off. And there we have it. So that hardly shows it all. A little bit there. Go ahead and do that too while I'm here. Yeah. beautiful again. Okay. Another print. And this one has another flip out like that. It does not have a tuck in here because this wasn't big enough. It was folded over on that sheet of paper and was not large enough to make a tuck in there. I like that print as well. This one is, this signature is made up with red butterflies. These are kind of a darker red, but then this one had the lighter red. And on the other side, see, it wasn't red, it was actually white in that case. But look at that pretty paper there. It has such glistening because of the, it's got a lot of gold on it. Yeah, another pocket. And this one I had torn off the pocket from this other page over here. You can see that it was torn off of here. And then I put it here because it relates to this one because they both have the same kind of imagery there, plus the red, you know, the butterfly with the blue in behind the red. The center thing, a third signature. And then we have the same ones, of course, on this side. Another butterfly, space to tuck in another. Yeah, maybe this goes on. Oh, no, we'll put that one in there. He can just peek out. That'll be fun. Maybe we'll use this other one. Yeah, that looks okay. Because that reflects this, has the gold. Look how pretty that is. That's pretty. Now see, this one had white butterfly on the other side of it, and it only had one butterfly stamped on it, so that's okay too. This one has a red, another red, another red. Oh, another pocket. Okay, this one can have this one because it will stick out, right? Oops, turn 2 pages there. 4th signature. This one folds out, of course, and this one did not crack because it's a, I don't know why, it just didn't, I guess the paint was better on there or something, I don't know. This one has blue butterflies. You think of it as red signature, but it's not, it's the blue butterflies. And there were no butterflies stamped on this half of the sheet, but there's some on the other half, I'm sure. Blue butterflies, and we have another place to tuck in a butterfly. Pardon me a minute, I'm trying to close my glue bottle before it clogs up or something. There's the center of the 4th section. Another flip out with 2 extra pages. The way that I did these is that this was turned over, this page was turned over just that much. And then I took a full sheet of paper and folded it in half. And then, of course, rounded the edges and then just glued it to this thing here. So it's glued there. You can't flip that separate. And then it's the 2 sheets, and then the sheet that would be the back side of this one. These are blue butterflies. Turquoise butterflies, sorry. We already did the blue ones at the beginning. Just a sheet that's been turned over. The other side of this had a butterfly stamped on it, but this side didn't. There's one for a center butterfly. Pardon my reach. And that looks pretty good. 5th signature, no, 4th signature. Sorry, 5th signature. We are on the 5th signature. Oops, come here. See that page? These 2 pages relate, but they were not actually picked up anywhere close to each other. They almost look like the same colors, don't they? It's really weird how that works, isn't it? And one more here. That's pretty. These are the purple butterflies. And this is probably my favorite page in the whole book, just because I just like the way that the blue has framed it. Plus, I like the design that's in there that you have to look to see Plus the butterfly was just perfectly done there, and it just all goes together well. It's got purpley down in these little tiny lines that were part of the design that was there. I think of writing a poem here, I think that would be, you know, really neat. Another flip out. Another place where something could be tucked in here. The other side of that one that I really like. Nope, it's not. We're not to that yet, but it's similar to the other one, isn't it? It's got similar colors, the purple and the blue, and this one's got blue in the little secret places. This is the center spread. Center of the signature. Some more blue, purple, and gold. Works really well. Now see, this has got a red butterfly, but this was the purple butterfly signature, so it's got purple butterflies on this side. And there's another place for another butterfly. We'll put this one in. Oh, come here. I guess we won't. So I get up and go get it, because it just flew out of my hand. Evil butterflyness. It's neat how the gold reflects whatever's with it. It kind of almost looks green there because of the green stuff on that particular sheet. Let's get this out of the way. And the last signature. Another tuck-in spot. I might have to make another one of these that has the butterfly on the other side. I don't know if I like it tucked in that way, but we'll leave it like that for now. I couldn't remember when I was stamping these the other night whether I had ones that were left or right, you know, needing which side it needed. This piece here is because I accidentally made a mark on the back of the paper as I was picking up the print, but you know, you can write around it or just ignore it. And this is the center of the 6th signature. Say that 3 times in a row. I know, my brother's going, that. I don't know if I said 6 or not. I think it's cute. It has a little tiny bit of design there, as well as the gold butterfly, because the final signatures has gold butterflies. I think when I showed making the signatures and picking out which pages went with which, this signature was one of the middle signatures. This last page has a writing board so that you can put that under any page that you're going to write on, so that you get a flat page. Because if you, for example, were going to write on this page, no, not that page, this page, if you were going to write on this page, it might be lumpy having that belly band under it. So if you just tuck this board under it as you're writing, then you'll have a really smooth surface. And I wrote on it, you know, use this board behind the page you are writing on. Enjoy. So that is on the last page. And then the back of the book, the inside back, of course, has the same print as the inside front. And I always sign them on the back, inside back cover. And then the outside back cover has the other side of the other print. And again, these two were taken one after the other. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 butterflies there, a little bit of one there. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 there, and a little bit of one there. So they are the same print. And that's all for now. That's the latest butterfly journal. It is sold. I am doing another butterfly journal that will be with actual gel prints, and that will have multiple different types of butterflies, some of which I even carved. These are ones that are commercially available. The butterfly itself looks like, wait a minute, let me get that in there. Looks like this. And I don't think it was a Martha Stewart, but it might have been. It was either Martha Stewart or, no, I'm not going to hazard a guess. I can possibly look it up if necessary, but it's, it came on a sheet that had that one and a smaller one, There's another one that is exactly the same shape, exactly the same diagram of holes. The holes are the same. But of course, it's about half the size or a quarter of the size. So if you like this, you can subscribe, or, you know, if you want to just subscribe for fun, do that too. Subscribe, comment. Comments, I think, are the most important. Then my videos become more available for other people to watch. You know, do whatever you need to do on those things. Thumbs up, thumbs down, you know, whatever's necessary. I hope to see you again. Thanks for watching, and goodbye now.